So I just finished watching the Carl Lentz little podcast. He's talking with his wife just about everything that happened a few years ago, and just really made me think about just like how dangerous it is to be exalted now, especially like in this social media age that we are in. Everyone can be a celebrity, everyone could be a star, everyone can be exalted. But it just takes me back to Matthew 23 verse 12, and it says basically that if you exalt yourself, you will be humbled. If you humble yourself, then you will be exalted. And it's just so important to not get caught up in everything, because it is so meaningless. We are here for such a short period, and to want to just live this lifestyle of being exalted and being put on this pedestal, but also we're human, so we carry so much baggage, so much garbage. It is just not a healthy place to be in whatsoever, because eventually it doesn't matter what the garbage is, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be, an affair, it could be lying, it could literally be anything. It could be gluttony, you eat way too much, it could be anything. But to try and balance keeping that hidden and holding this like fake persona that you put on for people so that they can exalt that fake persona, but then when you go home, you just leave yourself in such a mess, man. Such a mess where it's not healthy to be in. And one person that like I think I see do this really well, that is like on a pedestal, but they've taken steps in their career to step down off of pedestals. But one person that I see is Francis Chan. This man is just a normal dude who loves God, man. And he really tries his best to not get caught up in the celebrity of being so influential. And I love that he even will acknowledge it, like, man, this is such a dangerous place. The place being like in front of people on a stage, everyone's seeing, just wanting to see you. That is where it gets super weird, like, don't come here to see me. Come here to get what God is doing through me. Don't come to see me. And I think a lot of us, would want this status of being on a pedestal. A lot of us would want this status of being known. But there are so very few of us that could actually handle that. And even fewer of that would even want it. I think there's a few people in my life that I could think of, that I know personally, that I know are just very, they have a lot of integrity. They're very, very good people. It's like insane. It's literally like they're made in a lab or something. And if you were to ask them if they want any kind of pedestal, notoriety, fame, celebrity, influence, they would say no. They're the kind of people that will do everything behind closed doors, backstage, whatever, and they're not going to ask for any credit. They're not going to ask for any applause, none of that. They're just going to do what they do and love God. And if we strive to do that, man, we can figure this thing out. We can figure out this thing called life. But the enemy likes to twist things, and it's hard, having these desires to want to be seen, to want to be known. But like, find out where that's stemming from. Do you feel like you're not loved? Was there at some point in your life where you just felt like you weren't receiving the attention that you needed, and now that you got it, I just need more and more and more and more. Super, super unhealthy, right? That's why we need to work on our mental, work on our spiritual, this was supposed to be a 1-minute video, and I'm 5 minutes in right now. I'm just rambling, but this is just, I literally stopped on the way home, and I was like, bro, I gotta step outside and talk about this real quick. So yeah, that's just what's been on my heart today. You know, I'm gonna try to do my best to really just make myself not the main thing, because I'm really not the main thing. Another person that I see do it well, that's like, they're not a preacher, they're not a pastor, they're not an evangelist, they're just a regular social media person. If you look up Nick Bare Fitness, and watch just one of his videos, I know you guys have seen those videos where they're like, all right guys, today you're not getting any of that from him. He is just, this is what I do, this is my life, I'm going to tell you what I'm doing, I'm going to tell you why I'm doing it. That's it. And it took him a very long time to get to where he's at, but man, there's something about that slow growth, you know, when you take your time and you really get people to like support what you're doing, support you for you, and not this facade, not this fake character that you put on. That fan base is so much stronger than if you were to do something silly, have whatever, like, oh, you can do this different, you can do that different. None of that matters. None of that matters. But yeah, guys, humble yourself and you will be exalted. Exalt yourself and you will be humbled.